Hello and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest Bethesda news, rumors, and speculation, and I literally just got done recording a video where I talked about the most recent Bethesda news, rumors, and, well, I guess speculation. Basically, I summed up a bunch of different interesting things, and right when I finished recording that video, that footage, that audio, and I was about ready to edit and upload it, a crazy situation happened. It seems like every single day, as we get closer to Starfield, as we get closer to E3, the Starfield speculation station goes a little bit deeper into the strange sector of space, because all that Starfield speculation keeps getting stranger and stranger. If you've been following Starfield up until this point, you know what I'm talking about, but there's been yet another very bizarre situation. A situation that has been linked to gaming, definitely, however hasn't been confirmed to be related to Starfield, but there is the potential for that to be the case, or at least the majority of the gaming community, or a large portion of them, believe this is some kind of strange Starfield marketing campaign, but I believe I found some evidence to contradict that situation, to contradict that theory. However, we haven't 100% confirmed this to be related to Starfield or not be related to Starfield. It could be one way, it could be another way. It's very, very interesting nonetheless, so that's why I'm talking about it and breaking it all down in today's video. I'll break down the entirety of this situation and give you my take on whether I think it is related to Starfield or not. Either way, it is related to gaming and it is related to some strange marketing campaign, so let's not waste any more time and get to today's information now. This begins basically all over, but I'm going to be focusing on it over on Twitter because that's where it was sent to me and that's where some of its actual original posts take place. But the TL Doctor, the main summary of this situation is, there were posts made over on Twitter, 4chan, Instagram, a bunch of places, even gaming YouTubers uploaded videos, because it seems like a bunch of different people got sent these images, these postcards, whatever you want to call them. They got sent this in the mail, these strange messages, and there are a certain portion of people among them that believe these could be some kind of like message from aliens or something to do with aliens. It figures that of course aliens would get access to Starfield before we do, but obviously I don't think that's the case at all. This has been linked to gaming, and I have evidence to prove that, which I'll get into here in a second. But basically, these images, these postcards, whatever, have been sent to a whole bunch of people, and people have been posting about it as of literally a few days ago. I haven't heard about this until now, which is strange, but the majority of people believe this is linked to gaming, and not only that, but to Starfield. And if you look at these, they do have like that space tone, right? But the Starfield community could go outside at night, look up at the stars, and think it's a Starfield teaser. Basically what I'm saying is anytime there's space or anything at all in gaming that has no direct link to anything at all, that could just be open to interpretation, people immediately associate it with Starfield. But, I mean, this could be a Starfield teaser, right? It looks like it might be, especially when you look at this here. This looks like a Q for QuakeCon. It looks similar enough to the QuakeCon emblem, so maybe this is a tease to some kind of Starfield reveal taking place at QuakeCon this year, or maybe a Quake reboot, but I don't think that's the case. Either way, this is linked to gaming, because everyone who has received these images is linked to gaming in one way or another. Either they're gaming journalists, or they have gaming YouTube channels. I don't know why I didn't get the strange alien brochures, whoever sent them out. Where's my strange paperwork? I'm a gaming person, YouTuber, journalist, man. Where's my alien messages? But I'm just joking. Basically, it's been proven that anyone related to gaming, or basically anyone who has some kind of relevance to gaming or interest in gaming, has received these, and someone over on Twitter who is an apprentice of Nick Valentine, a very avid member of the Starfield community, actually did some deep diving and discovered that this is most likely related to Summer Games Fest, because they did some deep diving into the original 4chan post and discovered everyone on that 4chan post that received this signed up either for information related to Summer Games Fest or to something called I Am 8-Bit. And I Am 8-Bit is a marketing company for gaming, but they mostly specialize on stuff other than like what Starfield would be, for reasons I'll get into here in a second, although the potential for them to be marketing Starfield and Summer Games Fest is still there, for reasons I'll get into in a second. But here's the evidence, thanks to Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds did some really awesome investigations, so huge shout out to Burt Reynolds 1, the original clone of Burt Reynolds, and he discovered that, like I said, everyone over on 4chan who received this did sign up for I Am 8-Bit information, purchase something from I Am 8-Bit or Summer Games Fest, and then they even asked people over on Twitter if they did the same thing. And yes, people who did receive these and post about it over on Twitter did confirm they did sign up or purchase stuff from I Am 8-Bit or Summer Games Fest, and I think this does confirm that these images are linked to I Am 8-Bit. And not only that, if you look at a recent post from Summer Games Fest here, they even literally say I Am 8-Bit is related to Summer Games Fest. So either I Am 8-Bit is doing the marketing for Summer Games Fest and Starfield is at Summer Games Fest, so in a roundabout way, I Am 8-Bit could be working with Bethesda for some kind of strange marketing campaign for a Starfield reveal at Summer Games Fest, or, according to Burt Reynolds, I Am 8-Bit mostly focuses on, like, vinyl stuff or on indie games on PlayStation or Nintendo. So with that in mind, it kind of doesn't make sense that this would be a marketing campaign if I Am 8-Bit is attached to it, because they don't focus on what Starfield would be. They focus on PlayStation, Nintendo, and indie games, and none of which is what Starfield is, because Starfield is most likely an Xbox exclusive. So with all that in mind, it seems like there is more evidence against this being related to Starfield than there's evidence for it being Starfield. But like I said, maybe I Am 8-Bit leveled up a bit and are actually behind the entire marketing for Summer Games Fest, for all the projects and games being revealed or taking part at Summer Games Fest, and if Starfield is one of these games, then I Am 8-Bit could be doing some strange marketing campaign, which is what these postcards are for Starfield. I mean, these things have even been posted, like in Los Angeles, London, and a bunch of other places all over the world, so they go beyond postcards. This is a big thing with a lot of logistics, a big marketing campaign, so, I mean, it could be related to Starfield with all that in mind. Like I said, there's no evidence suggesting it isn't Starfield, but there is some evidence going against the fact that it most likely is Starfield. Like I said, this is a convoluted situation. It seems like the Starfield situation keeps getting stranger and stranger every day, and here we are now with strange literal alien messages that we're breaking down and potentially talking about maybe being Starfield related. Now, if you want my take on things, all of the inside statements and insiders regarding Starfield, including myself, had said that they've heard the game most likely is coming out in 2022. Not only that, we estimate November of 2022. So with that in mind, it really would make sense for Bethesda to be doing some kind of low-key strange, like, I guess a postcard and like poster-based marketing campaign for Starfield this early on. It really wouldn't line up, especially if you know what Bethesda Game Studios' general advertising practices are. And on top of that, other than the potential Quake or QuakeCon icon here, this doesn't really look like Starfield, right? It's black and green, which matches Xbox, but there's no imagery here that suggests Starfield other than it's kind of space and alien themed. And we don't even know if aliens will be in Starfield. Most of the teases and aesthetic related to Starfield don't say or scream alien at all. In fact, we've just gotten like white text on black background or just generic space stuff. We really don't know what Starfield's aesthetic is, but it definitely doesn't line up with what's featured on these postcards or whatever. So if you want my take on this, I don't think this is related to Starfield. While yes, the potential is still there just based upon statistics, I guess, I really don't think this is related to Starfield. I think this is just some kind of like generic space vibe of space marketing campaign for Summer Games Fest. Maybe Summer Games Fest is just going to use space as their generic theme because there are a lot of space games coming out, but my take on this is I don't think this is Starfield, just based on the few pieces of evidence that go against it being Starfield, which is most likely the I Am 8-Bit situation working with Nintendo, PlayStation, and indie games, and on top of that, the Starfield aesthetic and tone just really doesn't match what we're seeing here. But I guess there is the potential QuakeCon, Quake icon thing here, so I don't know. This is strange, but I don't think it's Starfield related. But what I want to know is, what do you think about all this? And if you are hyped for Starfield, and if you're interested in hearing more about the game, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn notifications on. And as always, huge shout out and much appreciation to the following amazing people for going above and beyond to support the channel and bring you content like this. If you want to get a permanent featured video shout out in every single one of my videos from this point forward, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. I am updating this list today, so now is your last chance to get added to the next list before updated again next month. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when people go outside, look at the stars, and just... it's a Starfield teaser. I think the joke has already been established.
It just works.